Good morning, grade 9. So I will introduce to you again another method of solving quadratic equations. So we are done with extracting square roots and by factoring. So this time another method of completing the square. So using the method of completing the square, you can use this whether the quadratic equation is factorable or not factorable. So you can use this completing the square. Okay, so the main task in using the method of completing the square is to produce a perfect square trinomial factor on the left side of the quadratic equation, then use the square root property to solve the equation. So example, what will be added to each expression to make it a perfect square trinomial? So this time we will practice first how to make a certain binomial a perfect square trinomial. Then factor the resulting trinomial. Okay, so number 1 is first is we get the 1/2 of the coefficient of the linear term since the coefficient of your quadratic term is 1. Then square the result. So 1/2 times the coefficient of the linear term is 6. Then whatever be the result, you square. So square the result. So that's now equal to 1/2 of 6 equal to 3. You square 3 equal to 9. So add the equation by 9. So that is now equal to x squared plus 6x plus 9. So it is now a perfect square trinomial. Then factor the resulting trinomial. Now what are the factors therefore? So the factors are square root of x squared is equal to x and square root of 9 is equal to 3. Now to determine the sign of the binomial, that is only the sign of the middle term, which is equal to plus. So therefore this is x plus 3 quantity squared. So your factor is simply x plus 3 quantity squared. Okay, so next number 2. Okay, again, get 1/2 the coefficient of your linear term, which is equal to negative 5 over 2. So 1/2 of negative 5 over 2. Then whatever be the result here, you square. Okay, so this is now equal to 1/2 of negative 5 over 2, that is negative 5 over 4. You square negative 5 over 4, that is equal to 25 over 16. Okay, so therefore you will add 25 over 16 to the given. So plus 25 over 16. Then factor the resulting trinomial. What is square root of x squared is equal to x. And what is square root of 25 over 16? That is 5 over 4 squared. Now what is the sign? Should be negative. So your answer must be x minus 5 over 4. Okay, next number 3. 2x squared minus 7x. Okay, in case there is a coefficient of the a which is equal to 2, first we divide 2 to each term. Okay, so the result now is equal to x squared minus 7 over 2 x. Now what will be added now to x squared minus 7 over 2x? Again, we get 1/2 of the coefficient of your linear term, which is equal to negative 7 over 2. 1/2 of negative 7 over 2, the coefficient of your linear term. Then whatever be the result, you square. So the result now is equal to negative 7 over 4, then you square. So that's now equal to 49 over 16. So plus 49 over 16. Then factor the resulting trinomial. Square root of x squared is equal to x. And square root of 49 over 16 is equal to 7 over 4. 7 over 4. The sign of the middle term is negative, so therefore x minus 7 over 4. X minus 7 over 4 squared. So this is now the factored form. Next, number 4. Okay, number 4, the coefficient of the a is equal to 3, so we divide both sides or each term of the expression by 3. So divide this by 3, divide this by 3. So the result now is equal to x squared plus 2 over 3x. Then make add. What will you add to make it a perfect square trinomial? So again, 1/2 of the coefficient of the linear term, which is equal to 2/3. Then whatever be the result, you square. So square the result. That's now equal to, so you cancel 2. This is 1/3 raised to 2. So 1 over 9. So plus 1 over 9. Then factor the result. That is now equal to square root of x squared is x. Square root of 1 over 9 is 1/3. The sign of the middle term is plus. Okay, squared. So this is now your answer. Okay, so I prepare 4 items for you to solve. So make the expression a perfect square trinomial, then factor the resulting trinomial. So this is for practice. Okay, next is let's now proceed to solving quadratic equations using the method of completing the square. Okay, number 1, x squared plus 10x plus 25 equal to 0. So as you notice, the left side is already a perfect square trinomial. So all you need to do is to factor. So since it is already a perfect square trinomial and the value of a is equal to 1. So therefore the factor is simply the square root of x squared, which is equal to x, and the square root of the constant term 25 is equal to 5. Since the middle term is positive, the sign of the factor is simply plus. So x plus 5 squared is the factor of x squared plus 10x plus 25. So equal to 0. Now, by extracting square roots on both sides of the equation, so apply now square root property of real numbers. So positive, negative. Square root of x plus 5 squared is equal to x plus 5. Square root of 0 is simply 0. So positive or negative 0. So x therefore is equal to, you apply subtraction property, x plus 5 minus 5 is equal to x. Then positive negative 0 minus 5 is equal to negative 5. Okay, so x is equal to negative 5. Or simply you use this type of method. So minus 5 minus 5. So x is equal to plus minus 0 minus 5. So your x sub 1 is equal to 0 minus 5 equal to negative 5. And your second solution is negative of 0 or simply 0 minus 5 again. Is equal to negative 5. So the solutions of the quadratic equations are equal. So always remember that the solution of any quadratic equation is equal to 2. Next is number 2. So x squared minus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. So isolate the constant term to the right side. So x squared minus 2x is equal to 8. Now make the left side a perfect square trinomial. So what is 1/2 of negative 2? And whatever be the result, u square. So since the result is equal to 1/2 of negative 2 is negative 1, u square negative 1 is equal to 1. Okay, so meaning we add 1 here, we add 1 also to 8. Okay, factor the left side. That is now equal to x square root of 1 is negative 1 because the middle term is negative. Is equal to 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. Next is by extracting square roots on both sides of the equation. So x minus 1 quantity squared. If you get the square root of this, you need also to get the square root of 9. So equal to plus minus square root of 9. So the result now is equal to x minus 1 is equal to plus minus 3. Now we add both sides of the equation by 1. So x minus 1 plus 1 is equal to x. Negative, positive or negative 3 plus 1 is equal to positive negative 3 plus 1. So your x of 1 is equal to positive 3 plus 1 equal to 4. So our first solution is equal to 4. The second solution is x equal to negative 3 plus 1 equal to negative 2. So our second solution is negative 2. Okay, next is third example. Okay, x squared plus 7x minus 18 equal to 0. First, we isolate the constant term to the right side. X squared plus 7x is equal to 18. Then, make the left side a perfect square trinomial. So, what must be added to make it a perfect square trinomial? Okay, again, get 1/2 of the coefficient of the linear term, which is equal to 7x, so 7. Then, whatever be the result, you square. 1/2 of 7 is 7 over 2. So, you square 7 over 2, 49 over 4. So, we add both sides of the equation by 49 over 4. Okay, factor now the left side of the equation. Square root of x squared is equal to x. The middle term is plus, so plus. Square root of 49 over 4 is equal to 7 over 2. Squared is equal to. So since the right side are not similar, you change first the fractions into similar fractions having a denominator of 4. So since your denominator, this is a whole number, the denominator is 1. So to change this to a fraction with a denominator of 4, you change that two into similar fractions. So 4 divided by 1 is equal to 4 times 18 is equal to 72. Okay, then copy 49 over 4. So x plus 7 over 2 squared is equal to 121 over 4. Next is we get the square root on both sides of the equation. So if you get the square root of the left side, you get also the square root of the right side. So the square root of the left side is x plus 7 over 2 x plus 7 over 2 equal to 11 square root of 121, 11 square root of 4 is equal to 2. So this is plus minus. So x therefore is equal to negative 2 if you transpose positive 2 to the left side, right side. So negative 2 plus minus 11 over 2. Sorry, this is 7 over 2. Square root of x plus 7 over 2 squared is equal to 7 over 2. So this is 7 over 2. So therefore, this is negative 7 over 2. So x therefore is equal to, so x sub 1 is equal to negative 7 over 2 plus 11 over 2 equal to 4 over 2, or simply equal to 2. X sub 1 is equal to 2. Your second solution is negative 7 over 2 minus 11 over 2. Negative 7 minus 11 is negative 18 over 2 equal to negative 9. So your second solution is equal to negative 9. So solution number 1, x equal to 2. Solution number 2, x equal to negative 9. Okay, next example is example 4. So this time, instead of factoring out the GCF, since the method is completing the square, we will use the completing the square. Okay, so we divide each term of the equation by 6. So the result now is x squared plus 1/2 x equal to 0. Now make the left side a perfect square trinomial. Again, 1/2 of the coefficient of the linear term, which is equal to 1/2. So 1/2 times 1/2, whatever be the result, you square. So 1/4 is the result. You square the result, which is equal to 1/4. That's now equal to 1 over 16. So therefore, you add 1/16 to both sides of the equation. So x squared plus 1/2 x plus 1/2, 1/16 equal to 1 over 16. You factor the left side of the equation. That is now equal to x. Square root of x squared is equal to x. Square root of 1 over 16 is 1/4 squared is equal to 1 over 16. Now you get the square root of the left side. If you get the square root of the left side, you need also to get the square root of the right side. The square root of the left side is equal to x plus 1/4 is equal to positive negative 1/4. So x now is equal to, subtract both sides of the equation by 1/4. So the result is positive negative 1/4 minus 1/4. Okay, so what is the first solution? x sub 1 is equal to positive 1/4 minus 1/4. So x sub 1 is equal to 0. Our second solution is x sub 2 is equal to negative 1/4 minus 1/4. X sub 2 is equal to negative 2/4. You simplify the result. X sub 2 is negative 1/2. So these are now the solution of the quadratic equation. Next, example 5, last example. Okay, first is isolate the constant term, so therefore you bring the negative 2 to the other side. So 3x squared minus x is equal to positive 2. Okay, second is we divide each term of the equation by the coefficient of a, which is equal to 3. Divide this by 3, divide this by 3, divide this by 3. So that is division property of equality. So the result now is x squared minus 1/3 x is equal to 2/3. Now, make the left side a perfect square trinomial. So what will be added? 1/2 of the coefficient of the first degree or linear term is negative 1/3. So times negative 1/3. Then whatever be the result, you square. So 1/2 times negative 1/3, negative 1/6. You square negative 1/6, 1/36. So meaning you add both sides of the equation by 1/36. So plus 1/36 on the left side, plus 1/36 on the right side. Okay. Factor now the left side of the equation. Square root of x squared is equal to x. The coefficient of the middle term is negative, so minus. Square root of 1/36 is 1/6 squared. So this is now the factor of the left side. Okay, express the left side as similar fractions with a denominator of 36. So 36 divided 3 is 12 times 2 is equal to 24. Then copy 1/6, 36. So x minus 1/6 squared, get the square root. You also get the square root of sum of 24 plus 1, 25/36. Okay, so x minus 1/6 is equal to plus or minus 5/6. So x is equal to 1/6 plus minus 5/6. So therefore our solutions are x sub 1 is equal to 1 plus 5, 6 over 6 equal to 1, and x sub 2 is it really equal to 1? Let's check. 1/3 136, 2/3 36, 36, 24, 20. Okay, 6 over 6 equal to 1. The other one is negative x sub 2 is equal to negative 4 over 6. X sub 2 is equal to negative 2/3. If x is equal to 1, let's check. 1, 3 minus 2 minus 1 equal to 0. Okay, so therefore our answer is correct. X is equal to 1 and x equal to negative 2/3.